folks. Hello, how we doing? Welcome back to the greatest conversation ever. My name is Ryan Rosenberg. I'm here with my good buddy, Mr. Payam Banifaz.
My friend, it's a gorgeous, gorgeous day in Silver Lake, California. We're in Silver Lake, right?
We are, yeah.
I never know where we are.
Why is that?
Huh?
Why don't you ever know where we are?
Because I have a terrible sense of direction. No, but also, where are we? What city are we in?
We're in California.
We're in California. That narrows it down.
Okay.
There's our wonderful guest, Erin Keif. Hello,
Hi.
Erin.
Thank you so much for having me back.
Thank you for being here. Now, Payam, you got here. How did you get here?
Via car.
Okay. But you got dropped off, so they were doing the mapping.
Yeah, they were doing the mapping.
Okay.
No. I'm not crazy or stupid. I know we're in Los Angeles, but I'm like, are we in Silver Lake? Or
I think
is
it's
this technically...
They call it Frogtown, but I don't think Frogtown is a city. I don't think Silver Lake is a city. They're both just neighborhoods.
Right.
So, yeah.
we
If
don't
we
know
were
where
to
the fuck
blindfold
we are.
you and just drive 20 minutes in any direction and drop you off, would you be able to maybe navigate your way home? So no phone, no map.
First of all, I'd be a victim of kidnapping. So I'd be really
Absolutely.
stressed out.
Right.
After I'd be the whole time I'd be worried if you're coming back to get me again. I think I'd lose my sense of direction. But I would lift home.
Wow.
Okay, so you sort of circumvent the circumstance of the hypothetical.
Yeah, but I mean, yeah. And
Okay.
we live in
Yeah.
the world, though. What would I do? Like get kidnapped, and then walk home?
Right. No, that makes sense. You're one of those guys who's like, they should have Google on every test. We live in the world. That's how
Right.
kids are learning.
I have no kids and have no dog in this fight, but I've consistently said we need Google in the classroom.
Yeah.
We also need guns in the classroom.
Whoa.
Oh, a
Water
hot
guns, water guns.
Okay, because that's fun.
Yeah, that would be fun.
With
That
holy
would be-
water in them.
That would
Okay, that
be-
took a turn again at the
Yeah,
end.
interesting. I keep getting on and off the same page with you. It's really interesting. Hard to get. What was that? You were dancing.
I don't know.
like that.
No, but keep me away from your schools because I'm going to turn them very conservative. They're going that way anyway, folks.
Yeah.
Your children are going to be indoctrinated very soon.
This set is giving me like Friday, the show that kids put on at like a high school.
Yeah, like the morning announcements.
Yeah, the
or
morning
something?
announcements.
Yeah,
It
yeah,
feels really
totally.
nice.
Oh, thank you.
You
yeah.
guys really look like, yeah.
Yeah, we're trying to go for like sort of a high school senior vibe. I'm almost 40, and I want to just kind of be a high school senior. That's
And I'm
the
sick
deal.
of school.
Did you guys do that in high school? Were you like in the video club or directing stuff?
No, I so should have been. I was watching all these people doing it and have a blast, and I was like, you guys are just okay at this.
Were you doing theater or anything creative or just
No.
sort of vibing?
I was just kind of vibing. I was sort of just being funny to my friends, and that's it.
Honestly,
shy.
that's a lot.
Yeah.
I
That's
was a
good.
loser. I spent so much time trying to be cool. And like for me and the people I kicked it with, like being involved with school activities wasn't cool. And because I wasn't strong enough to do my own thing and wanted to fit in, I never did the theater stuff. I always wanted to. I always wanted to get into like acting and performing during that time, but I didn't have the guts. Because
Yeah.
nobody like valued that shit.
I wonder what high school would be like if everyone was actually allowed to like be vulnerable and do what they want to do.
Do what they want to do.
It would be
You know?
amazing.
Yeah, it would be.
Yeah, but you got to be self-compassionate because you're just in survival mode. When
Yeah.
you're that age,
Yeah.
you're like, it feels like life or death if you're wearing the wrong jacket.
Right. So
Yeah.
that's what I
Yeah.
mean. Like, does everybody do almost nothing? Like, if you didn't do theater or sports, like,
I got
Or-
really lucky that at my high school, the first 2 years I was there was a drama teacher there that did a really good job at pulling athletes in, which I think is like good thinking because it just makes the longevity of it easier. Like,
Right.
Very good
like
thinking.
socially we were protected because there's like people who play soccer and there's football players in our musicals. So everyone was like, all right, they're cool.
totally.
There's a hockey player in their Shakespeare play, so we're not gonna make
Yeah.
fun of them.
Right. Which also makes so much sense. It's so weird that theater is like nerdy and dorky because like everybody likes movies.
Yeah.
It's not like only, you know what I mean? Jocks don't not like movies.
Right. And so you're like, that's sort of how they started. Like
Yeah.
you talk about loving Matt Damon, like he was in the theater club for
Yeah,
sure.
the quarterback isn't really going to stay the quarterback. He's going
No.
to go become a movie star.
Yeah.
You know, he's Mr. Cool now.
Matt Damon was a quarterback?
Oh, I don't know.
I doubt it.
I feel
I
like
don't
Ben
think
Affleck would be the quarterback.
Yeah, I think so.
I think
maybe.
they were both doing theater.
Yeah.
Very good.
Maybe the goalie.
I grew up in Massachusetts, and there is a thing called the Massachusetts High School Drama Guild, and it was a play competition, a one-act play competition that happens every winter. And there's like 3 rounds, and you go to different high schools, and you get to meet theater kids from different high schools. And I know they participated in that and won awards
Together?
for it. Yeah,
That's
they were
pretty
at the same high school.
cool.
Yeah,
I think that's kind of cool.
But I remember like seeing their names on plaques and stuff.
Yeah.
Because they were around
Right.
doing that.
I like to know that they were doing it when they were like little nobodies.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because now I'm sort of like, these rich guys.
Yeah.
You know what I
These
mean?
assholes.
These guys who can only make mistakes. But yeah, good for them.
These guys who can only make mistakes.
I don't know. They just have everything that I want, and so I get a little jealous. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm waiting for them to say something wrong and be like, I knew it,
I feel like Ben Affleck, and no disrespect to Ben, I think it seems like he's not a super happy person, and there's a lot of like trouble in his life. I wouldn't want to be Ben Affleck.
No, it's
a shout out to Ben Affleck. I haven't heard like shitty things about him. I haven't heard good things or bad things really about him.
Yeah.
He just seems very stressed out whenever I see him in like paparazzi videos.
All those
and stuff.
memes of him smoking that cigarette
smoking
or
that
whatever.
cigarette.
Yeah.
I do like that he is a ride or die for Dunkin' Donuts. Like that, him and I have that in common.
Yeah.
So I'll appreciate that.
Can you explain that to me? When we first got Dunkin' Donuts here in LA, which was like what, less than 10 years ago?
Yeah, for
right?
sure, yeah.
It
It was not on the West Coast at all, and now it
no
fully
at all,
is.
and now
Yeah.
it is. But it's it's just fine. What's the?
Well, in everyone's defense, I do think that the quality of Dunkin' drops off the second you leave New England.
Interesting.
Like I don't know what it is, but like the Dunkin' in Chicago was not very good
Right.
whenever I got it. Probably realistically, it's a lot about nostalgia. Like if you grow up smelling a certain type of coffee, then you get attached to that.
Right.
But Dunkin', I don't know. There's something not pretentious about it. There's
Is
something.
the coffee what you like specifically?
Yeah, the donuts are, I think, great.
Yeah.
But the coffee, there's a you know how like Starbucks has a specific smell. Whatever Dunkin's got going
Yes.
on, I love it.
I like that Dunkin' is like the everyman Starbucks. Like I don't
Yeah.
want to go into some pretentious Starbucks.
Yeah.
I want to go to Dirty
I love
Dunkin'.
your stand-up. By the way. It's getting
absolutely.
so good.
I go to Seattle and I cannot get booked anywhere.
Yeah.
I don't think Starbucks is that pretentious, right? It's
No, I'm
kind
just
of like
comparing to Dunkin'.
shitty
Dunkin'
up.
is so like,
Right.
we're orange.
Yeah.
Like they're kind of being like, we're for dumb people. No offense
Right.
to massholes.
No. I'll lean into that. I
Yeah.
think that it's also just like drinking a Dunkin' Donuts iced coffee in the middle of the winter.
Yeah.
There's something that makes me feel like attached.
It's
to
negative 30 and
Yeah.
you're like, actually, this is warming me up a little
Yeah,
bit.
this is actually awesome.
That sounds nice.
But I do get it when people don't get Dunkin'. When you're at Boston is like the tiniest city, and you can't go 5 feet without having eyes on a Dunkin'. I think
It's
there's like
crazy how
100
many there are.
Dunkins.
There are
Yeah.
like multiple Dunkins on the same street.
Yeah,
Like block, like right
Right.
across the street from each other.
and they're not even competing. They're both rolling in dough. It's great.
In more
Everyone
ways than
wins.
one. Yeah.
I get when people don't like it, but if you're ever in Boston, try it again.
What are the other like Boston or New England like specific like people were talking about being massholes. I was just there last weekend and they were talking about like the culture of like sort of being a little bit crotchety.
Yeah.
Is that
I
part of
think, my family is full of Boston trash. Like my mom is from Southie, my dad's from Quincy. It's very like, it's very strange because it's a lot of emphasis on like being snobby against people who are not blue collar. There's like a good for you.
Yeah.
Oh, you're all fancy going to Harvard.
Yeah.
Like it is a strange city because there's like a pretentiousness and there's so many universities and there's so many rich people. But then there's this underbelly that is sort of like,
We
fuck
really
you.
make the city run.
Fuck you.
Yeah.
We're building the bridges. so
It's
you
running
can
on
fuck off.
Dunkin', not
Yeah.
on Harvard.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that's cool.
But yeah, it's hard. It's a mostly very stubborn group of people who don't want to change their minds about anything.
Was the movie Good Will Hunting? Was that like? Was there any like sort of?
Yeah, was that real?
Was that real? Were you there? Was that real?
Were you there when all of it happened?
Yeah, I'm actually the one that wrote the equation that Matt Damon solved.
I
Whoa.
fucking knew it.
That's cool.
Fucking knew it. And you didn't get the credit, of course.
No, of course not.
Wow.
I'd say the Boston movie that felt the most accurate was maybe The Fighter. Do you remember The Fighter?
Yes.
The vibes and the accents in that really. The Departed is also really good. They
Yeah.
got the vibes and the accents down in that too.
Jack
But,
Nicholson's, I love him, but his accent was a little funky. And
yeah, him and Vera Farmiga were a little wonky, but like Matt Damon and Mark Wahlberg and Alec Baldwin's accents.
I mean, Matt and
perfect.
Wahlberg, he's from there, right?
Yeah,
Yeah. So
he's
then,
from Dorchester, which is like the same area my mom's from.
They knew each other?
No, thank goodness.
Thank goodness.
Thank
What do you think would
goodness.
have happened?
I don't know. I don't know.
First time I saw Good Will Hunting, I was like, wow, this is a very good movie.
I thought it was the best movie ever. You know, I was like
Yeah.
at that age where you're like, whoa, this is cinema.
Cinema.
Yeah, they're not even like doing that much action.
Yeah. They're just sort of talking, and it's
Yeah.
enough.
And I like it.
I felt like an adult. Yeah. And man, Robin Williams was so great in that movie.
He's
Yeah.
lovely. What a lovely man.
What a lovely man.
Was there, like, because you weren't doing comedy in high school, was there like a sitcom or like a comedian that tipped you over into wanting to pursue it? Like, what was the match that lit the fuse? That
I think I always kind of felt like I wanted to pursue it. I was watching a ton of Mad TV. Mad TV just because it was on that half an hour earlier than SNL, and I would always fall asleep like right at 11:30 when we would switch to SNL, and it was also a little too adult for me. Like when I was really into comedy, I was like a young idiot, and so I wanted the like big broad characters of Mad TV. You know how like kind of not good it was
Yeah.
in some ways was like perfect for me as a kid who just
way
wanted to
bigger
act silly.
swings. It's much more cartoony.
Yeah, totally. So like that was big. I remember watching like The Nutty Professor with Eddie Murphy 200 times.
was
Ace
great.
Ventura, like anything that was like a quotable movie, I was like very obsessed with. I feel like because I was like at home alone a lot, I was like watching tons and tons of TV, and I feel like a little bit raised by like that
Yeah.
thing.
Man, there was never any particular comedian or comedic like piece of content that like specifically wanted me to, wanted like made me want to get into comedy. I just wanted to like be an actor and a performer. So, but a lot of the things that I liked growing up, like I was inspired by like Robert De Niro and movies like Goodfellas and like Marlon Brando. They weren't comedy people, so it was.
But they're still being like funny in those spaces.
Right.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
what once I got into it more, then I got much more inspired by comedy for some reason. But like I would say like SNL definitely was an inspiration. Mike Myers was someone that I really liked. And I found out he's just the biggest dickhole in the world.
Bummer.
Yeah, big time bummer.
Shrek? No.
Shrek.
You don't mean it.
Peter Sellers.
Oh, I love Peter Sellers.
Another sort of somebody that once I like actually started learning more about acting, and then it's like, oh, I think I always liked like very committed comedic actors. I love Jim Carrey too.
He's the best. I think he's probably was my guy growing up.
Yeah.
Who I was like, oh, that's what being funny is. for
Millennial
sure.
men, I feel like, were carved from that, his rhythm.
Totally.
Oh, I just saw Liar Liar again a couple of days ago, and I'm like, yeah, what he's doing is so fucking stupid. Like,
But it's awesome.
like, but
It
it's
still
awesome.
is.
Yeah.
It's like so singular too. Like I was watching his movies, and it's like I can't believe he was on a set behaving like this.
Yeah.
Like it's so much bigger than every other person is in every other movie. Like as the main character, he's going like, whoa,
Yeah.
and like not as a weirdo, like as a man in a suit.
Yeah.
It's like you're a lawyer,
Right.
and you're like screaming like the craziest person ever. And it was just like a different era of like what was allowed.
Can you imagine being the director being like, okay, I hope this
Let's
works?
do one a little bigger.
know.
Should we go bigger? I don't know. How much bigger can we go?
Can we get one that seems realistic at all, and then we'll go backwards from
But
there?
everybody else is normal in the movies. Everybody else is pretty much just playing it real, and then
Right.
he's like,
That's really fun.
and we loved it.
But that stuff is still pretty timeless. Like the clip of him talking to the new stepdad of his kid.
Yeah.
And he's like, when he goes, thanks, Dad. And he goes, you're welcome, son. You're like, that hits. That's timeless. That's
So
going to be funny
good.
in 30 years.
So good.
He was also really good in Truman Show.
Oh, yeah. And he's really good in Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind.
Absolutely.
That movie's still perfect.
And weirdly in Me, Myself, and Irene.
Yeah.
That is a crazy movie, but he's so
good.
good in it. That's like a cool one where he's like really acting and being comedic.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's a huge comedy, but he's really got to like act like a real person in a weird way. Yeah.
I haven't thought about that movie in forever.
It's crazy.
It's a good one.
You just reminded me of that movie. There was another one, Fun with Dick and Jane, that he was funny in.
I don't know if I saw that one. I remember the trailer for that, but I don't.
Yeah, there
remember
was like a
seeing it.
dip for a while where it was like, oh, now he's making movies that aren't really for my taste anymore.
Right.
That was really funny though. But
Really?
it was just different. It had like the theme was like sort of like the little person or the like the little man like going against the corporation or whatever, like, or something like that. Was it?
Yeah, I think that is right. It's like he's getting screwed by the corporation and they go to jail or something like that. Is that one or no? Or is that am I confusing?
Yeah. They get
Tia Leone.
Oh yes,
Tia
okay.
Leone,
Yeah.
yes, they were
Yeah.
supposed to go to jail, or some shit, like some kind of
She's
fraud or something like that. I don't fucking remember.
Well, speaking of comedy, Erin Keif, you're a comedy juggernaut. What do you what is your favorite kind of comedy to, I guess, take in or even do? Like, what kind of characters would you like to be seen as on this big screen?
That's a great question. I love comedians so much, and I think a lot of me pursuing comedy was like wanting to just be around comedians. But growing up for me, it was like Muppets, Monty Python, early SNL. Like I loved Jane Curtin and Gilda Radner. And then I think like what tipped me over into wanting to pursue it was watching like Vanessa and Kate McKinnon on SNL. I was like, ooh, I kind of get that. But now, the older I get, I feel like I identify less with being a comedian and more with being an improviser, which sounds so silly, but like I like being able to be rotate the crops of the type of improv I'm doing.
Yeah.
Like I like doing the Chicago, like feels a little bit more like a play improv, and then I like being able to do something like very silly. And
and they are different. They're like markedly
So different.
And I guess it's the difference between being like a comedian or a comic, like a stand-up comic specifically different than a comedic actor or whatever. I like that you're carving out our own little space for improvisers.
Yeah, and I think that like it can feel scary because so many comedians have longevity because they have like such a clear as day voice. Like Jim Carrey is like, his sense of humor and the rhythm, but I like the idea of a little bit more of being like a hired gun to be able to meld into other people's
wearing
voices.
different masks.
Yeah.
I mean, it is a little bit more like bringing the actory part to comedy rather than having one mask that you wear all the time that you pretend is your real mask.
I could say though, just like having seen you perform, is like some of those people that you mentioned that you admire, like I could see them in you, in your style.
That's so nice.
Like your level of commitment, and then I think coming from that Chicago style, and then embracing the silly, but always having that like grounded acting aspect. I think it's fucking great, and that's I could see why you like those because like Gilda Radner and just like people who were very good actors and also very silly and funny. Yeah, that's cool. I love the Chicago style because I feel like y'all like what I saw in LA was a lot of very smart improvisers who wanted to make it very clear to the audience how smart they were, but people had what I call the Jerry Seinfeld face, where it's like they're smiling throughout every scene because they know this is funny. But I noticed from the Chicago people, what I loved is like y'all came at it from a very acting background, and then on top of that is the nuanced layer of like improvised comedy and sort of the techniques that go along with that. So I love that.
I love it too, being out here, because now my new favorite type of thing is the alchemy between like Chicago people and LA people, because when those two things start to melt together, I'm like, well, this rocks.
I agree.
Because Chicago at its worst cannot be in pursuit of being funny at all, which is like a little pretentious. So like a bad Chicago show is okay because it still feels like a semi-watchable play, but then you're like, guys, people paid money. Maybe we try to do some hard jokes in this. And I love the LA, like, being able to recognize pattern, being able to recognize when you're the straight man. Like there's, when those two things come together, that is my favorite.
It feels like the goal is the same, but they come at it from like opposite order of operations. Like it feels like Chicago people are like, we're going to commit to whatever this is and then we'll figure it out.
Yeah.
And LA people are like, we're going to figure this out and then we'll commit to it.
Yeah.
And it's like, that's how I work too. It's like, wait, what are we doing? Like, I'm a little bit like, now I'm locked in and can go for it. But like, I am jealous of the people who can go like, I don't care what it is. Here's who I am.
Yeah.
You know, and I'm a little bit more like, tell me who to be. Let me slot in somewhere.
So different. One of my, like the perfect example of this, and it made me laugh so hard, is I was in a car with Dan Lippert after a show. And I was like waxing poetic about improv. And I was like, oh, it's so interesting because LA improvisers, blah, blah, blah. And then like, we're initiating scenes in this format, and I was going on. And Dan was like, that's so funny. In LA, we sort of are just like, is it funny or not? And I was like, oh, that's so funny and embarrassing for me to be like. And he was also talking about how like Dan White, who's an improviser from Chicago who I love, was also like, we just are talking about it so much, but there's something about you guys being like, you're so good at like building the parachute once you jump out of the plane. Like
Yeah.
you guys are just sort of coming at it with a little bit more instincts
Interesting.
than I'm like running my.
Interesting.
I'm thinking about it too much sometimes. I think.
I think people I think like improvisers, comedians in LA are like they're aware of one extra level, which is like the industry and like how does this how am I presented to the industry and how does this help my career. I imagine Chicagoans, you all like started just like in the most organic way where it's like this is just about the art form, wherever it takes me, that's where it takes me. But in LA, myself included, to be honest, I only started taking improv because somebody told me, hey, you might be able to get a commercial agent easier. I
Yeah.
got into it and I fell in love with it and that kind of ran with it. But like
I won't do improv shows anymore if agents aren't going to be there. And most of the shows I'm doing are just in lobbies of commercial casting agencies. And
I
it's-
won't do a
Right in front of the Hollywood sign.
Yes,
getting a
yes,
suggestion.
yes. No laughs, but lots of eyes, if that
yeah,
makes sense.
No, yeah.
From like through the window and stuff like there's like a
Those
lot
are
of
the
people
wor-
looking, but nobody laughing. But it's I think the
But they can
attention is
see me.
good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's all. That's and then the whole time you're just sort of flashing your phone number and
Yeah.
your IMDb.
Yeah. And I wear a business card on a chain around my neck. It's small, but they have to come up close, so it works.
I wish you'd stop doing that, Rose.
Why?
So it just completely takes focus off your.
What are you talking about? Put a little business card right here? That'd be
Have
sick.
a QR code on your t-shirt that
Yes.
links to your website.
Hell yeah, dude.
Looking for my type? Scan here.
Not even me,
yeah,
my
just a
type.
bunch of people
Looking
who
for
have
better
my
people
type.
that look like me. That's what it feels like every time I go into every audition. I'm like, cool, here's what you want to find. A better one of this.
Potentially
All right,
interested
I'm
in
making
me.
you that t-shirt for your birthday.
I'm going to introduce you to my friend who's better looking and more talented. Speaking of talent, what's up with like improv and comedy in Boston? Like, I know
That's
it's
a
its
good
own thingamajiggy. Like, y'all have
Um,
the Noines Theater.
Well, I didn't because I never spent my 20s there, so I wonder what it feels like to navigate it then. But there was I forget Improv Boston and then Improv Asylum, which I loved in high school. I would go like all the time. There's an improviser now who's so successful in Chicago. Their name is Kylie Fitzgerald, and I like would go every weekend just to see them. Like they were, and now they do improvised Shakespeare and do Second City stages, but they were like in their early 20s doing stuff. And it was like the perfect mix of sketch and improv, and they were just fantastic.
So fun.
But I think the stand-up scene in Boston has had a lot of like, they've had these like 8-year blocks where it's been like a great place to start out. for
Seems like a
stand-up.
real stand-up town.
Yeah.
Like even just the attitude is almost like the attitude of what I think of as a stand-up.
I
you
also
know?
think there is a correlation between being in a place that has really good public transportation
Mm-hmm.
and being a stand-up city. Like Chicago, New York, and Boston are really easy to do stand-up because you can zip on a train and do like 3-4 shows a night. Where in LA, it must be so hard.
And it makes like bar culture more prevalent and better.
Yeah.
Like I feel like in LA there's a lot of cool restaurants, but there's not really many good bars.
Right.
If that makes sense.
Totally.
Like there's good bar restaurants, but like I couldn't tell you where someone does a show at a bar in LA.
Right.
Like I've never heard of that.
Right.
Just like theaters or whatever.
Totally. And I think though, like when you were talking about the difference between LA and Chicago, I think both extremes are not very good. Like Chicago does have that like summer camp, you're starting out. Some people are just doing improv classes to get better at public speaking. So you're becoming friends with like lawyers and people who have they don't want to
No
pursue
business
comedy.
being there.
Yeah, no business. Yeah, they're just sort of taking up class space. No, but you do, but then you're kind of just spending 8 years like doing improv shows and
It's like long grad school.
yeah, it's long grad school, but
Yeah.
I think that when you don't have a lot to hold in your hands, and then you're kind of having to start over at 30 in a different city. And I feel like out here being like, no, I love this thing enough and I take it seriously enough to want to pursue it professionally. There's like an earnestness to that I think sometimes Chicago people are like kind of embarrassed to admit they want
Right.
to make money doing
Right.
it. They're kind of
Right.
like, no, I'm a comedy nerd. I'm doing it for the love of the game.
Yeah. And there's plenty of that out here too, I think.
Right.
You know, and it is like it's weird because it's like you're doing that right next to everybody else who's doing the other thing.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't know.
I'm
I
not
don't
sure.
know.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah, interesting.
I'm grateful for it, but there was a lot of grief in moving to LA because then you sort of feel on the outside of a party and you don't get to go back and do like 25 with people. Like there's something about being in the fire of early comedy. And I'm like, oh, I'll never have that with a lot of really great LA people. It took me like 4 years of being out here to feel like I could show up to the party in any way.
And right now you're feeling like you can show up to the party.
A little bit. There is a little bit of grief in like a green room of like a UCB show, if I'm lucky enough to be in one, or like even the Elysian stuff, is that these people have these like decades of time together.
Totally.
And I had that before, and now I feel kind of on the outside.
Right.
Everyone's so welcoming and nice, but you just can't, it's not something you can fake. You can't fake being 31 and drunk at a bar with someone after an improv show.
Like being at someone else's like family reunion a little bit. You're like, oh, what was that story?
Like,
I don't remember that.
So
that
cool.
classic thing we all joke about repeatedly.
Yeah.
Totally.
That someone else's family reunion is exactly how it feels.
Yeah. Which I've never been to, but kind of sounds fun.
I'd fuck with that.
Yeah, I'd rather go to someone else's than my own, honestly. Like less pressure, sort of. Like you just get to ask questions all day and like
vibe with it.
Yeah.
I don't know. Then the whole time I'm there, the people are like, "What are you doing here? This is technically trespassing. You don't know anyone here.
Yeah.
Why are you here?"
I just saw a great video. Well, it's not a great video, but a video of someone showing up at a family reunion and just started making plates for himself to like take away, and everyone's like, "Who do you know here? You can't just have our food."
That's a good strategy.
Yeah,
for
it
eating
kind of was.
What do you think changed in LA, like pre and post pandemic? Like, I know you lost one of the UCBs, but like what? Because I moved here in 2021, so I have no idea what it felt like before.
I feel like everything that was cheap is gone, and everything that is back is expensive. Like LA used to be better than New York, or even, and maybe even compete with Chicago, because you could be broke here pretty easily, because you could just go outside and it was sunny, and that was really nice.
Yeah.
And then you could go get like tacos or a sandwich for $5 to $10. Like eat cheap, you know? That's like gone now. I feel like everything that was like easy and approachable about LA, it seems like has dried up a little bit. You know, I mean, it's the same as like everywhere, I think.
Yeah.
But like,
cost of living significantly gone up. I think it's getting out of it a little bit now, but I think the city was very depressed for a while after the pandemic.
Yeah.
It kind of felt like it lost its spark. I also think like some of the issues politically going on in the country, and then like some of the issues in the entertainment industry, with the loss of jobs and everything, really sort of brought down the mood and energy of this city.
it's very true. Like when all of the creative people in a city are devastated, the whole thing that makes that city cool kind of goes away.
Yeah.
You know, or like, yeah.
I think as far as comedy, one thing that did happen is I think the demand and want for live comedy in LA significantly increased, from my opinion. Because people were shut in, and I remember when shows started happening again, the energy around that felt very different. Obviously depleted a little bit since then, but I still see that energy to a certain extent. In terms of like the LA comedy community and the improv schools and whatnot, I think before the pandemic, there was a certain aspect of almost like a collegial environment or community with UCB and comedy in general. It felt like you were all in the kind of the same school, the same college, and I think that sense of community changed. Diminished, or if not even diminished, changed after the pandemic, because people weren't together for such a long period of time. Because UCB didn't come back till like a couple of years after the pandemic, technically.
Yeah.
And when it came back, it was technically a rebranded thing. People didn't know where they really fit in, so some people felt like they didn't fit in. So the community sort of dispersed.
Kind of like what you were saying about like what you feel like you miss out on here.
Yeah.
A little bit of that just went away. Like the oral tradition that gets passed down like was cut off for several years.
Yeah.
And then half the people left and new people came, and it does feel like sort of
like
there's like a
disjointed.
fractured, disjointed. Yeah, totally.
Right. And I think like anything, there were benefits and negative. There was pros and cons to the changes. I mean, one thing that was like a pro and a con in some ways, like one of the UCB, the main school sort of location closed down, but also that place sucked, and it was like draining them of money, and it looked like a weird, ugly half Scientology building, half like
And it kind of
urgent
split the
care.
community because like you'd be like, where are you at tonight? Sunset. Oh, I'm at Franklin. Oh, my favorite people are not. We don't see each other anymore. So
And
it's kinda
the
Yeah.
neighborhood was terrible. At night, the roaches were like 6 inches long, 7 inches long. They
Only
were
at
just-
night.
And they
Yeah.
would, I swear, do you remember that the roaches would come out at night and just
Yeah.
walk around that
Yeah.
area?
just walk around. You are like so really humanizing the
Hey,
roaches.
improvisers. You can call them improvisers.
No, fucking roaches. That's what I call them. They didn't even know game.
Yeah.
They didn't know. No, but
That was a rough spot. Yeah.
it was a
not-
rough
not lot of
spot, and I think it was draining the theater money. But like, LA became a much more of a eat outside town, where like all these restaurants started getting permits to be able to put tables out in the
Oh, right,
street,
yeah.
and before that, none of them were really allowed to do that, and that kind of stayed. Like a lot of these places now have like tables outside on the street when they would have never had it before.
Yeah, that's
so
true.
that changed. Dining changed. Man, a lot of things changed.
When did you get here? Did you get here after the pandemic? No.
Well, it was kind of in that like hiccup of time where it was like stopping and starting again.
Yeah.
So it was summer of 2021.
Uh-huh.
So it was in between like surges.
Yes.
But
Post Omicron?
yeah.
Yeah.
But people were like still masking in public, but people had gotten their shots, so it was like a mix.
Right.
Um,
I'm doing this volunteer program right now at a school working with like kids called Young Storytellers, where
Oh,
you like
cool.
help kids write a story that in the end of 8 weeks they'll like do a
That
play
you can
or whatever.
plagiarize and turn
Yeah,
into a
I
movie.
plagiarize and I'm the actor.
You're
I'm the
farming
lead.
ideas.
Good idea, but this is going to be about a mechanic who I don't know.
I wish I thought of this. I'm like, child, go write something that makes me money.
Yes, but I so I go to a elementary school now once a week for like an hour, and all of the office people are like starting to wear masks, and I'm like, I guess maybe I should be wearing a mask if like all the kids in school are getting sick enough that these people want to. I was like, okay, this feels like a sign or something like that
Yeah.
I need to, but maybe I don't know.
I mean, also, no, kids are carrying all sorts of colds. And
Oh my
strep
god,
and
I've
stuff.
gotten 30 diseases just by meeting them 2 days now. They're great. It's really cool. It's been like a really
30 diseases?
At least.
yeah, at least. I'm just guessing. I'm just assuming.
They're like, sorry, you've caught non-Hodgkin's lymphoma from a child. No, God
It wasn't
forbid.
showing in him.
But
God
it's a
forbid
cool.
my
You
man
think it's
gets
a
that.
cool
Yeah.
program? Is it well run? And
It's really cool. Yeah, it's like a couple of my friends. It's run by Disney. They like are they.
Interesting.
It's Disney employees running this program called Young Storytellers, basically. So you go to the school and help these kids write stories that will then be acted out at the end of the semester by like actors and
Oh,
stuff
cool.
like
I
that.
did this. I acted out. It was at an elementary.
Yeah.
They already had their stories, and we acted it out. And
Yep.
some of the stories were so funny and weird.
Mhm.
It was really fun, actually, and the kids were fucking loving it. And then
Yeah.
afterwards, we signed our autographs on their like scripts.
Aw.
It was
Cool.
really sweet.
Well, you might have another opportunity in about 6 weeks, my man.
Oh, I'd love to, man. I'd love to come do it because I want to talk to the kids and say, every one of you get up and get a fucking job. Get a job writing scripts.
Don't pursue this creativity. Kill your soul.
Yeah, right.
Kill your soul and pay your bills.
One of the weird things is that we meet at their lunchtime, so they all bring their like hot lunch in, you know what I mean? And they honestly, like, it made me kind of really sad. I was like, this is what these kids are fucking
Yeah, yeah.
eating.
Oh,
and it's at like a
no.
nice school in Burbank, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Honestly, they were, and it was the one that made me the most disgusted was chicken nugget day. Like the
no.
chicken nuggets looked
Bleak.
really bleak. Like they didn't look like chicken or nuggets. And I'm like, what's
No.
going on here? This is the easiest thing. This is classically fake, easy food to
In
make.
the richest country in the world.
Unbelievable.
Nuggets,
We're
man.
all just.
Oh my
I would
God.
gladly pay more taxes so that our kids eat better quality nuggets.
Say it
Better-
right into camera.
I'm gonna go. Listen to me now and hear me later. Okay, I would gladly pay more in taxes, maybe not significantly more. That's not fair. That's not fair. But
That's
I
not
would
fair to
pay
me.
more-
That's not
I
fair
can't
to
be
me.
totally underwater.
Why
yeah.
are we making me do this, by the way? This isn't fair to me.
I can't lose my home so these kids get nuggets, but
Right.
I do think like it's important. I remember that school, like when I first came to this country, and we would get these tickets and like give the tickets for like free lunch. The food fucking sucked. I was shocked how bad the food was.
Yeah.
It's really
I went
crazy.
to home and told my mom, I was like, Mom, the food here is disgusting. It was
We
insulting.
treat children like animals.
It's
really-
wild.
Yes.
They're
It's really
people and
wild.
They deserve dignity and real food.
Yeah,
Say this again. Say this again. Kids are people.
Kids are people.
Why
People
does it
forget.
feel like adults don't realize that children are actual people?
I think because we sequester children away from us as much as we can in
Right.
society. in order, I think, for people to forget how difficult it is to raise a kid, so they have kids.
Right.
And then also, we're just not, we just dehumanize kids so we can like metabolize how shitty we're treating them.
Right, 100%.
Yeah.
Like sometimes I'll be hanging out at my sister's house, and they are wonderful. But just like it'll be lots of kids and adults around or whatever, and just a random adult will say something to a random kid that's just like, "Excuse me,
Yeah.
get out of the way," or like what? It's
Yeah.
super crazy.
Like there's like an entitlement, and I think also grown-ups are like don't want kids in any public spaces.
Right.
Like when we see a kid on a plane, we're like, why are you here?
That always blows my mind. I'm like, I don't know. I think the adult is the problem.
Yeah.
I'm like, you're just going to say that out loud and not think that you're a monster?
Yeah.
Would someone shut this crying kid up?
Like
I'm like,
you were that
you're
crying
crazy.
kid. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's wild.
That's wild.
Okay, can I tell you why I said that?
Yeah.
Right.
No, but have
Sorry
you
for
heard
doing
someone-
this in front of you.
Yeah, no, I wish we would have done it after the podcast.
Sorry.
I'm so sorry you had
It
to
was
see
just really jarring.
No, but wait, have you heard someone talk shit like that to a kid on a plane? I've never
Not-
seen it.
yeah.
I've thought of it
Post-pandemic,
like
I've seen people act
really
crazier than I've ever seen in my
fucking
entire
psychopath.
life. Yep.
I remember being on a plane where we were landing. You know, when you land in a plane, it takes like 45 minutes to land. And this little girl that's like sitting a couple of rows in front of me kept going, "Daddy, Daddy, Daddy," non-stop for like the 30 fucking minutes that this plane was trying to land. And that was one of the only times where I was just like, man, I would have loved to say, tell your kid to shut the fuck up before I toss her right off the plane. It felt like,
Right.
I was like, at first I was like, oh, maybe there's
But I
some
think
kind of
there's-
issue and stuff. I don't
Yeah.
think it was just like,
There could
child
be some
trying to get
personal responsibility. Like you got to be parenting your kids for sure. You
That's
can't
what I'm
just-
saying. I blame the parent, not the kid.
Yeah.
I don't care about the kid.
It was the parent. But at some point, then I was just like, in my mind, I was just like, bro, shut the fuck up.
Totally.
But like, yeah, it was the parent's fault. Ultimately, if I was to ever even say anything, it would be
Right.
the parent. And it wouldn't be, I would also, as someone who doesn't have kids and I don't know how hard it is to travel with kids, I'd probably still be nice about them. Like,
Yeah.
hey, is everything okay
Well,
with
I think
your
it's
daughter?
okay.
Like-
I think it's okay to just like walk up to a kid and just give him like one light on the forehead. Don't you think? Like
This
nothing
is
that's
like-
going to hurt anybody, but just like a stop it.
Oh, it's not going to hurt?
This is going to
What's
be the new
point?
Yeah.
slap on NBC. Ryan
The
walking
flick.
up to a kid and flicking a kid right between the
Ryan
eyes.
Ryan Rosenberg of Glendale, California, gets a lifetime ban on United Airlines for smacking the shit out of a kid.
Welcome at Universal Studios for flicking a child right between the eyes.
McDonald's is saying he can't eat any more there.
Burger
That's a good
King
sentence.
just
This
sent
guy won't stop flicking kids in the forehead.
You know how we like everyone should either work like a service job or
Mm.
a retail job sometime in their life in order to be a decent human being.
Yes.
I also think that when you turn 22, you should have to fly cross country with a newborn totally alone.
That's good.
And I think it will give you empathy because
Right.
that's a nightmare.
Right.
That has to be a fucking nightmare.
Right.
Because babies, when you tell them to stop crying, don't always listen.
No,
They
that's almost
never
when
listen.
they're most wanting to cry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, traveling is not like the act of traveling is not fun for anybody. Imagine being a child and you're like, hey, why is the air pressure changing?
Yeah, why are my ears
Yeah.
popping?
Yeah, why is all this happening?
I don't even want to go to grandma's.
Yeah.
Or whatever.
I didn't even know. I don't even remember. I don't have object permanence.
Right.
Yeah,
Right.
all I care about is milk and sleep and poop.
Hey, that's still me. Okay, Erin, this has been really fascinating, just kind of freewheeling.
Uh-huh.
But we have a couple of
And
fucking.
you're playing Angry Birds on your phone right
Yeah,
now?
I'm
Right.
just-
Keep
this
on
has been
talking about
fascinating,
that.
but
Very nice.
I'm on level 2, and I really want to get to
Yeah, you
level
wanna lock
3.
in?
Yeah,
No,
I'm
you're
just
up-
starting.
ignore
I
us,
started
ignore
it
us.
during this.
And now you're updating your OnlyFans. What is this?
Well, it's gonna start making money if I do enough. If I do enough posts. Then
Well, look at
eventually.
this picture. This picture's inappropriate. It's you opening up, spreading your butt.
Is that gross to you?
I think
No,
it's quite moving.
I thought so too. Moving is what we're looking for, not necessarily good or bad, but moving.
Yeah, you don't want to turn people on. You want them to cry.
Yeah.
I want visceral reaction. That's what I want. So
Isn't that what
one
we all
boy,
want?
one cup. That's what I'm doing.
Oh Lord.
If so, we have just some random sort of hypothetical questions, something to sort of get our freaking brains wheeling around. You know what I mean? How about this one? If you had to be reborn as an object, what object would you be?
I love this.
Thank you.
This is good. Have you guys answered this on the show before?
No, this is brand new. This is
this
shout
is
out to
nothing.
producer Chris, a genius hypothetical question.
Shout out to Chris, our producer, a wonderful man, a handsome man.
My first instinct is like a teapot.
Oh.
Or like a tea kettle. I like to be warm. Something
Yeah.
with like warm and water.
I like
wanna,
that.
I want to contain water.
What a classy thing.
Very
classy
classy
thing.
answer.
Thanks.
A teapot. Now,
Or like a teacup.
a cup.
Something that is like a container with hot water in it.
Now, are we thinking porcelain? Are we thinking aluminum? Or are we thinking sort of clay?
I know my answer. I want to be a copper tea kettle.
Beautiful.
If I can may ask, price point. Let's say someone wants to buy this.
Oh, I want to be like a William in Sonoma, like fancy ass.
Mhm.
I want to be in a rich lady's house.
$200, but last year their whole life.
Yeah, last year. Yeah, it's good. It's an investment piece.
Like a cast iron.
Gorgeous.
Copper.
Yeah, I think that would
That's
be
nice.
Copper,
And that works for you. I think that like I see that and it makes sense to me. And I am surprised, but
the
I'm
nicest
not
thing
like
anyone's ever
surprised. Yeah.
Well,
That's
I'd
really
say this. I'm seeing this teacup or teacup set. Even it's prized copper, the type that someone would steal it from your home and sell it. That's how good quality this copper is.
Absolutely. You can't make pennies out of this shit. Too good.
Too good.
nice.
It might not even be the kind they have in the store. They're like, you have to special order it because we
Yeah.
make it, we cast it as it's ordered.
Right.
So it takes about 6 weeks.
like an artisan
Yes.
tea kettle. All
Yes.
right.
Right.
Okay.
Yes.
I love
I'll
that.
take the compliment.
Yeah, I think that's what you deserve.
About you,
Payam,
Ryan?
what
Like
about
a,
you?
Like a
Oh.
dirty diaper.
Yeah, just
Yikes! She nailed it.
the more it smells.
If only I could come back as a dirty diaper.
Just trying to.
No, that was a
wrap
good
around.
joke. It hurt my feelings, but it was worth it. No, I don't know. What object would I come back as? Yours was so thoughtful. I like
pissy diaper.
a pissy diaper. A little worse.
What? No
Well,
way.
actually, I want to kind of.
No, I meant your joke.
I want to while you guys are thinking, I want to try to give my answer for you guys.
Great. Okay. Cool.
Sure.
You keep thinking.
Oh yes.
I think I already know.
Okay.
Should I say?
Yeah.
I'd be a flag. Okay. Because all they do is hang somewhere, float, beautiful. Nobody fucks with them.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody, like, if you're an American flag, let's say outside the government building, no one's really going to fuck with you.
Yet
You're
they're
no-
revered.
But you get to be outside, and that
Yeah.
looks like
Yeah,
quite soothing
yeah,
to
and
do.
it's
Freedom.
Like, I have no real job that I have to do.
That's how
and
I
it's
see
just
you anyway. We're all
chilling,
kind of looking
flowing.
up to you already.
Ah,
We
love
all
you.
look up to you. You're an independent man.
And
yeah,
I just kind of
beautiful.
constantly do this, and people think it's weird. But if I was a flag, people were like, yeah, this flag is doing exactly what it should be doing.
And you want to
makes
be an
sense.
American flag specifically?
Do you reason I said American flag? Because I feel like the chances of someone ripping it down or burning me or like doing some shit like that is a little bit less.
Yeah.
So yeah, I would like to be an American flag or any flag that means something to a group of people who that I relate to. I agree with. Like I don't want it. I don't want to be like a Confederate flag.
Right.
And I don't really like want to be an American flag in some like MAGA person's house.
Right.
Like that's why I'm like maybe an American flag outside of a neutral government building
Yeah.
where politics is not the issue. It's just you know what? A California flag.
I
yeah,
like that.
A California
flag.
flag, like outside, like a firehouse.
That's
Yes,
mine. That's
I
mine.
would love that.
That's mine.
I would love that. Oh, really?
That's mine.
That's already mine. Sorry.
I want to be that.
No, those are good. I like that. That's really nice. I like because I see that for you. That's
Gorgeous.
good.
Thank you, man.
What object would I be? You know what just popped into my head, and I don't know if I like it, but I kind of like it. Maybe as a basketball,
Oh, okay.
something that would be just kind of fun. I think I like fun a lot, and I think basketball would be kind of fun. Maybe a little painful.
I noticed
but-
you like
No, I
fun.
think
I noticed you like fun.
I'm imagining this is such a high conversation, but if you're like a basketball, it feels like kind of satisfying.
Yeah, that's what I think. Like the bounce is, you're not like kicking it. You know what I
No.
mean? Like a baseball or a golf ball, no. Like the little bounce to it,
Yeah.
you know?
And then getting to be like swished, like going through the
Yeah, and it's
would
a
That's
probably feel
team
good.
sport. They're passing you around, you know
Yeah.
what I mean? It's sort of like connective. I kind of like that
Yeah, you're
about
bringing
it.
people together.
Yeah.
That's really good.
You also cause fights.
There you go.
And
'Cause
that's
I'm
if
too
you
cool.
don't know Ryan in real life, we're like he's constantly stirring the pot.
Everybody is fighting over me for attention. They want to put me in the hoop.
Ryan, my brain immediately for you. I don't know why, but like I felt like one of those like wooden swings attached to a tree in someone's
that's
like
nice.
backyard.
I love
like
that.
kids are using it when they're playing pretend.
Yeah, kind
Or,
of
like,
warm and that's nice.
Or like teenagers are like kind of flirting on it. Like I feel like you're outside,
I
but
love
you're
it.
like a dad made you on a Sunday.
Yes,
It's
that's
like a
really
dad
good.
made you on
No,
a
that's
Sunday.
really good. Something sort of outdoor barbecue is the vibe for
Yeah.
sure.
The sweet, joyful chuckle of a child getting pushed on the swing.
Yeah.
The little romantic little somethings. Another.
Yeah.
What do you call
Yeah.
it? What do you call when people whisper?
Sweet
things?
nothings.
Sweet
Sweet
nothings.
nothings.
Lovers.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah. Yeah, that's really
And
nice. Thank you.
For you, I feel like my brain goes to like something slick, like a really like beautiful lighter.
Oh my God! Thank you.
Like
so
something
much.
that is like metallic and cool and engraved, and something that would be like a great present
Oh, thank you so
for
much.
somebody that they're like, oh yeah, I've had this lighter my whole life.
Thank
and
you.
it's passed
You're
down.
the present. Thank
Yeah.
you so much for
Really
your kind
nice.
words. I'd love to be a lighter.
Yeah.
Because I also love to smoke weed.
Also, this type of conversation is when I have dear friends do impressions of me. It's me at a bar being like, okay, if everyone was like sort of like a body of water, what kind of body of water would you be?
Yeah, I like it.
I'm
I like
always
it.
down to try to name what people would be.
Yeah, is that right? Anthropomorphize
Yeah.
people? No, I don't know.
Like if you were a color, what would you be?
Right.
I
Do you
fucking
have
eat
that?
shit
Do you
for
have a color?
breakfast. Yes, I think I'm like a dark ox bloody purple. I think I'm like a dark purple kind of color. Do you
I like
guys
that.
feel like you're a color?
Eggplant is dark purple.
Yeah,
kinda
yeah. I would
eggplant?
say like I'm
Okay.
like an eggplanty.
Yeah. Cool.
Although
I
it
like
feels
that.
like my actual form is sort of a pink mist.
Yeah.
I kind of hate being in a human body. I think I'm supposed to be like a mist.
Yeah, I think yours is a little more aura based. The colors are sort of changing.
Yeah, they're
maybe even.
it's moving.
Sure, I like
what about
that.
you?
Well, I think I would be the color brown.
Ooh.
Look at his shirt, folks. Look at his shirt.
Yeah.
Growing up, I would say brown is the ugly ass color, but as an adult, I really like brown. It gives me peace. It gives me calm. When I think about like
brown is underrated.
cream, these sort of like earth tones, they make me feel at peace. I think I'd be a brown.
Brown has the unfortunate thing of, I think, early on being compared to poop.
Yeah.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean? But then you grow older and you're like, no, the earth,
Yeah, there's something cozy
the essence.
about
Something
brown.
cozy, something.
Even if I get old, even as I get older, I'm like, the world doesn't get along without shit.
That's
It's
true.
fertilizing everything. Come
That's
on,
true.
we have to be comfortable with the way life is. Okay, how about this one? What animal do you think you could fight fairly? I guess we're talking like hand-to-hand combat, one-on-one, and just narrowly win. Like it would be a good match, but you would.
But
have
I'm
their
like
number.
evenly matched.
Yeah, like it's good. Like it's like they're betting on this.
If I can just say, I think any animal that can almost kick your ass probably will.
I agree.
Yeah.
That's why this question is so interesting.
Genuinely, like for me, and this is embarrassing, but I know who I am.
Yeah.
Maybe like a small penguin.
Narrowly win. Yeah, you would have to like kill it. Like you'd have to like
Yeah.
fight it to the death
Like
and just
I could
barely
kick
win.
it, but I think it would like I would look pretty messed up.
Yeah, like you'd have blood all over. It'd be
Yeah.
pecking your legs
Yeah,
and
I
stuff.
have like huge wounds all over
You're
my
good
body.
at this.
I
You're
think
good
you-
at these hypothetical weird things. Like, yeah,
I
that's
think,
a good one.
I think you're not giving yourself enough credit. I think you'd beat
Aw.
that penguin's ass.
I have.
That's
I
nice.
could be knocked over by a slight wind. I have no muscle mass. I am the weakest person I've ever met. I originally almost said like a wild turkey, and I'm like, no, that would kill me. I would be dead. Have you ever seen a wild turkey?
They're crazy.
They're fucking
Turkeys
crazy.
are crazy in general.
Yeah.
You know what's crazy? Geese.
Really?
Oh,
Geese
fuck
have
geese.
no-
They're crazy.
They have no patience for anything.
yeah, they're
patience.
horrible.
They're like I remember I've literally been attacked by a geese for doing nothing but minding my own business, well away from the geese and its family. It came up, went, gang, 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 and then they have these little teeth that almost barely hurt,
Yeah.
but still don't feel good.
A duck bit my toe once. That did not feel good.
Well, why
Did it
were you
hurt?
letting it suck your toe?
Oh my God, because it was horny.
No, that's not a reason.
Or I was.
Oh, okay.
Or-
Well,
I was 5. The duck was older than me. Blame it on the duck.
I did.
Okay, good.
Wait, what would you? I want to know your answer.
What would I just barely fight? See, I feel like I have a hard time winning this fight, regardless of what kind of animal it is. I think
What
I
about
kind
like
of just
a
like go on my
teenager?
back and like, teenager's good.
Yeah,
I could kill
think
a
maybe
teen.
like a 15-year-old boy that I feel
Yeah.
like you would be pretty evenly.
That'd be fun.
Like a guy, but a kid
no,
that is like
I'd
really good at
murder
fighting.
a 15-year-old
Yeah.
teen. But but yeah. Yeah, that's pretty good.
I'm not concerned with people as much as I'm concerned with animals. Because if
Yeah,
it's
like-
an animal that I could beat its ass, after I beat its ass, it's gonna break me as a human being.
It's kind of also got to be like an evil animal. Like it's almost like
Yeah, you don't
something
wanna-
amphibious or something sort of like not
the only
mammalian.
animal to me that's evil is like ticks and fleas.
Kill him.
Kill him.
Okay, then fuck them.
That's
Fuck
what
'em
I'll
all.
do. I'll let as many ticks and fleas get on me as possible,
No,
and then
you
I
don't have to do
dive.
that.
And then I dive right into a bath that kills them all. It's
Yeah.
it's a you
Yeah,
know,
I guess you can do
just
that.
absolutely take them all out.
Yeah.
But a teenager, I'd rather beat a teenager's ass than any animal, to be honest. Like,
Yeah. Because you're not gonna be able to sleep
Yeah.
if you're like, I kicked a giraffe's ass today.
With
I
a
mean,
with a
it's not
teenage
peaceful.
boy too, you could like for me, I think I could almost like go like blind rage and like be beating up like a younger version of myself. You know what
There
I
you
mean? And
go.
just be like, oh, I'll kill this guy. You know what I mean? I've already done it twice.
And you're like, Your Honor, I was only beating up a younger person of myself, version of myself.
Yeah, how do you think I got
Like,
here?
well,
I had to
case
kill that
I've
man.
explained so much about how the world works.
Yeah, right.
Case dismissed.
Yeah.
But yeah, I honestly don't know. All animals are beautiful. I don't want to hurt any animal.
I know.
Like as much as I do when I'm eating like a piece of meat, and a part of me is still like, damn man, this is an animal that was killed. Well, at least I didn't kill it. Gives me a little peace of mind, but
Yeah.
still, like,
Right.
like.
I have to completely compartmentalize. Every once in a
Same.
while, when I remember like pigs are smarter than dogs,
Yes.
I'm like, uh-oh.
Yes.
Uh-oh.
I feel
And
like
they're
if
clean too. They're not dirty. They're only dirty if you put them in dirt. Also, the only reason they roll around in mud is because unless you take care of their skin, they
What's
get.
going on over here?
I bought bacon like yesterday, and I actually cannot.
So I think
Right.
we should drop the facade. The reason we set this whole thing up was an intervention.
No,
It's for-
but bacon is so good.
I cannot believe you
I
eat
never
bacon.
liked bacon. I don't like
Really?
the smoky meat flavor.
Yeah.
That's what I think it is.
See, I like bacon, but I cannot.
You're a very
eat
nice person.
pork
I
belly.
think I think you can give yourself a little bit of a break.
I don't know.
I think just the fact that you think about it this way is a good thing, and
That's
also
sweet.
it could also mean that in the future you might not even want to eat bacon anymore.
Yeah. If they can give me something that even kind of feels like bacon, I will give it up.
They've got to have something that's kind of feels like bacon, right?
Yeah.
Like strips of watermelon, like
Yeah, they do that
grilled
thing
or
with like
whatever.
the smoky stuff on those like strips of carrots, but you guys
strips of carrots.
it
That's
does not hit
interesting.
the same.
No, I mean, come on. No. Bacon is weird though, because bacon is almost like the only pork I really do like.
I don't really like ham.
Like I like ham, but I don't like pork belly is essentially the same cut of bacon, but like not smoked and like served in a big chunk.
Yeah, I don't
Ugh.
like pork chops either. I don't.
I don't like pork chop. I don't like
Can't
pork
eat
belly. I don't like anything with like big gelatinous like fat pieces
No,
in
me
it,
neither.
and like
Yeah.
that's
Me neither.
all pork belly is.
Too gross.
No disrespect to anyone who eats pork belly.
Yeah, sure.
Blech.
Do your thing, not for me. Okay, I think we have one last sort of really fascinating question that will probably go viral.
This one better fucking go viral.
If this doesn't go
better fucking
viral,
go viral.
we can blame it on the internet. You get to make a planet like you are God designing it. What does your planet look like?
Oh my gosh.
Here's mine.
Yes, please.
7 continents,
Okay, hold on.
oceans, land,
Uh oh.
clouds all around it.
He's accidentally inventing Earth again.
I'm doing Earth. Shit.
Classic mistake.
Fail. Dang. Fail army. Viral. Hashtag
I-
viral, folks.
I'll be honest. I think I would take a lot of inspiration from Earth,
Uh-huh.
but I do kind of like in Avatar that some things are iridescent. That's maybe I would make more iridescent plants and animals.
We love Avatar.
We love
at this
Avatar over here.
podcast.
We love the plot.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I think. Yeah, maybe a little bit more like water. Like I just want like twinkle lights and bridges and a ton of plants.
Because you're the God designing it, so you sort of even get to design like what the physics of it are, how it, that's cool.
Yeah, I want it to feel like kind of like hanging gardens and like I want it to feel a little bit more like where people live and nature are folded in on each other a little
Right.
bit more.
I want there to be like a mix between. It's like it could be zero gravity, but you can also do gravity if you want to.
Yeah.
Like everyone can float around there. You're not tied to anything, but you can also just go like, okay, now I'm going to stand here.
Totally.
You know what I mean? Those physics have to change.
But I do like about Earth. I know we're really hard on Earth, but every once in a while you got to give Earth her
this
flowers.
is good. Be grateful for it.
I do like the variety of terrain on Earth.
Mm-hmm.
Like I like that New Zealand is a very specific vibe, and then you go to like Eastern Europe, and that's a specific vibe. And then
Totally.
you go to like Costa Rica. I think on my planet I would like some variety as well.
You like diversity.
I love that idea. I would create a planet very similar to Earth, maybe a higher level of oxygen in the atmosphere.
Okay.
I would also. There's no point of salt water. I would make all the water on my planet just fresh water, so that the inhabitants
Damn.
can consume all of the water.
Wow.
If they need to.
You just made us look fucking stupid, right?
Peace.
I was about to say
Bye.
more McDonald's.
What? Norma, the planet.
Yeah,
what?
I said
Norm
more McDonald's.
I said
I don't know.
Norm
What's my planet? Norm McDonald?
That's not a planet.
I know, I'm sorry.
But it would be. But again, I would like a diverse terrain, as you said.
Yeah.
And I would like I would basically just create something where it's like whatever humanoids live there, they have to give back to the earth, and the earth has to give to them, and it's just a cycle. Basically, it's like you grow food, you have to also nourish the earth. The earth is being nourished, you have to help the food be grown.
Sure.
And if you don't, you're violently killed.
Okay, great.
Good rule. Good rule.
I do like how inspired by Earth all of our planets
I
are.
know it's
That's
kind of
kinda
tough
cute.
to think about something else. You know,
Because
what
I don't
mean?
want to live on fucking something like Jupiter. There's
First
I
of
don't
all-
want to live on
around there.
Tatooine.
My planet,
Oh.
it's a cube. It's a cube. There's 6 corners.
Yeah, but
Everybody
what's-
likes that.
what's
Is there
in
6
it?
corners on the cube? 8 corners.
Yeah.
What's
not a
in
cube.
it?
Yeah.
Well, the outside obviously is flat.
Sorry, won't be going there. I'll be staying on my own planet.
How did you get your own opinion?
Yeah,
wrong?
whoa, oh my God. I didn't know we could travel to these things of each other's, but no, I think cube would be fun. I think it would be kind of fun to live
He's
in like
dying.
a in like a really like a geometric version of what we kind of already do. I guess Roblox is
Yeah.
what I'm dreaming of.
We
Yeah.
gotta remember one thing: we
Always.
still are in the universe, and a planet that's like
Here we
that
go.
square. I think it's gonna be weird. It's probably not gonna
Right.
turn right, or
Right.
something's gonna happen.
Right.
God damn it, Rose.
Damn. I love how you correct my hypothetical
Yeah.
answers. Those always are great.
Next time I come on the show, can it just be a bunch of like what kind of fish would you guys be? Like I would like to sit here for an hour and then tell you
Absolutely.
guys what version of everything.
We could
you
just change
feel
the
like.
podcast to what fish are you?
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Or what kind of fish would you be?
Okay, I now we have to talk about it. What kind of fish would you be?
Well,
so
I'm
sorry,
more.
have
I
to-
don't give a fuck about what kind of fish I am. I'm very
Okay.
interested in thinking about what kind of fish you
Could you
guys.
tell me
Can
what
I-
fish you think?
Can I tell you guys something about me?
Yeah.
I used to be obsessed, and I'm talking literally obsessed, with drawing dolphins as a kid. It was my number one favorite thing to draw, and I was obsessed with getting a perfect dorsal fin. You know what I mean? Because how they have like perfect curves. You
Every
know how a
once in
dolphin has
while,
perfect curves?
Do you ever have a moment with someone where you can literally hear them click into place in your head?
Yes.
That immediately after knowing you like 5 years, I'm like, you're the dolphin guy.
My mom is about to move, and she's got a bunch of my old shit. I cannot tell you how many dolphin drawings I'm counting on finding. And the second favorite thing that I would draw, griffins. Half eagle, half lion type shit.
Ryan, I'm begging you,
Yeah.
bring them back and let me frame.
I'll start drawing them now.
I will pay you $100 human for your griffin drawings.
Hell yes.
Because if people come to my house and I have this collage of griffins, and then I get to tell them that you drew them.
The only thing I
the
have to
laugh
say
I'll
is
get.
they're gonna cost more than $100. They're really fucking good, and they're all pencil on paper. I mean, this is legitimate original art. This is really good stuff.
I would die to have that.
I gotta find some, and you know, it's the dolphin jumping out of the water. It's the griffin sort of landing on the sun or whatever. It's pretty cool.
The griffin is the thing that keeps like lighting itself on fire, right? And it comes
maybe.
back up.
Yeah.
And it it's fun. The
Or
way I
maybe that's a
described it is
phoenix.
insane.
That's a phoenix.
That's a
It's
phoenix.
a phoenix.
A
Okay, so what
phoenix
the
is
fuck's a
a
griffin?
phoenix is like basically a lion with an eagle head. It's like a flying lion with an eagle's head.
It's like a depressed.
I don't know if
gargoyle,
that's
right?
true.
Huh?
Isn't a phoenix just a bird?
A phoenix is a bird. I was saying a griffin. A griffin.
griffin
a
is-
griffin
oh,
has
yes.
like an eagle's head on like a
lion's body.
lion's body, but it has wings still. A phoenix is just like a fiery bird that
Right.
what's her name becomes in X-Men. Rising like a phoenix.
Okay, that explains it.
Sort of. Sort of did.
Yeah, I would like to have some eyes on these drawings.
Yeah, if I can find some, I will definitely send them to you, or we'll post them on.
And you still
This
like dolphins
podcast.
even after hearing about how horny they are?
Oh yeah, I think that's what I originally connected to. I was like, "There's some about me, this 8-year-old kid, and these dolphins that are connecting." I mean, we don't have dorsal fins, so I don't know.
You were that horny as an 8-year-old kid?
I don't think I knew,
Yeah.
but I probably was. You know what I mean?
I think I don't think I understood anything about that stuff. At that time.
Right, but it's still something weird is feeling inside of you. I
Yeah,
think
yeah.
you don't know what
it's
you're feeling,
dormant.
but
It's
something's going on.
dormant at 8.
It's
Yeah,
dormant.
yeah,
Something's
yeah.
bubbling there. You're like, what's happening? But
Right.
you know, you don't. I don't have the. Didn't have I didn't have the information to put it
Right.
together.
I remember
Yeah.
one time walking around to Michael's with my mom, and I just kept like sort of itching myself or like scratching my dick or whatever in like sweat shorts, and I think it was just because I was wearing uncomfortable shorts or whatever. Mom was just like, "Are you okay? Like." Do you need to go to the bathroom? Do we need to go home? And like, I just remember being like one of the first times I was embarrassed about something that I like, didn't understand that I was doing. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? And but now I try to imagine it from her perspective. She's like, "What the fuck is this little kid doing? Is he like jacking off as we walk around Michael's, or what is going on?"
And do you have a visceral reaction every time you're in a Michael's now? Are you like
yeah,
filled
I
with
have to
shame?
start jacking off in sweat shorts. I go to Michael's every Sunday in my thinnest shorts.
The whole room giggled in case you can't hear it. Oh man.
No, I haven't been to Michael's in years. I can't take it.
I like Michael's. I just have nothing to. I have no reason to be there. That's the thing.
Oh,
wish had a
I
reason to be
fucking
there.
What does
love
that
a
mean?
Michael's.
You like Michael's, but you have no reason to be there?
I have no like.
You like it. There's your
craft
reason.
or trade or like that I could.
We got to
do.
get you a craft.
Yeah, I gotta like start making something from
That
Michael's.
would be a really good segment for this. Chris, let's go to Michael's.
It's
And then we just like do a craft at the end.
yeah.
Yeah.
And then, but Michael's too, you could go and be inspired. You could
Right.
not know what craft you want to do
Right.
when you go in,
Yeah.
and then you can be inspired by the craft.
What kind of craft would you be inspired to do if you like are going to a Michael's?
Well, I've, I before I try anything, I do like 10 months of research on it
Yep.
obsessively,
Nice.
and I have been slowly putting together the stuff to learn how to do tambour embroidery. It's like a very specific, very time-consuming embroidery that like those fashion houses that make those like crazy gowns do.
Cool.
So I'm gonna learn how to do that.
Do you do it in a hoop or is it
Yeah,
much
it's like
more
a,
involved?
Yeah, it's like a hoop thing, and then you have to get a certain type of needle, and you're like basically pulling a string through, and then having these like tiny beads.
Wow.
And then you can make a design out of it. So
Cool.
I don't know what I'm gonna do,
Fun.
but if you need if you need a gown made of beads,
Yeah. I mean,
Sure, why not?
sure.
Yeah.
I love that.
Maybe a shirt. How about a shirt?
I could do that.
Double XLT with the beads.
That has a QR code made of beads. Like,
My link tree, the weirdest guy of all time. Dressed like this, and yeah, I like that too. That sounds
would
pretty
be
good.
Very fun. I also live in walking distance of a Michael's, so if anyone ever wants to, I don't know, take an edible, walk to Michael's with
Yes.
me. We pick a craft each.
I think of Michael's. I think of a
I
lot
would-
of soft woods. They got a lot of soft, bendy wood.
They
Little
have
popsicle
all types
sticks.
of things. They have like everything from popsicles to like those plastic kit cars you can make with the glue, and yeah, I'm gonna take you up on that offer, please. I want to do
It's a blast.
edibles and just walk to Michael's and see what kind of
Sounds
creative
really
thing
fun.
can
It's
I do?
a truly edibles and container store too.
This
Heaven
is like
on earth.
literally something my mom would have like verbatim offered me. She would have meant weed. She wouldn't have meant weed as a kid, but it would have made me sick to my stomach. You know what I mean? I'd be like, no, I don't want to have a treat and go to Michael's. And now I'm like, fuck,
Yeah, that
yes,
would
I do.
Hit. I was doing a lot of trips there earlier this year because I got really into dyeing stuff, and they have dye. So if you ever want to dye, I dyed all the curtains in my house.
Oh, I
You
I
love
dyed
did?
most of my clothes.
That's
I
cool.
love it.
I have a couple of shirts that I either need to throw away or dye and give them new life.
I have. Let's dye them.
Let's dye 'em.
Well, what we'll do is we'll figure out what your color season is and what colors
Oh my
you look
god!
good
I
in.
got to wear the thing and do the thing.
Yeah, no.
Have you seen this lady who does
Yeah.
the appointments? Yeah.
Those are expensive, but we'll just figure it out. We'll use the information.
The
from
idea that
internet.
that is expensive is the craziest thing in the
I
world.
think it's
to
like
me.
$200.
Yeah, I could have done it for 50
I know.
cents. Yeah, it doesn't look good. Yeah, it looks good. What color do you like? Yeah, you should wear that color more. It'd be so easy. Also, the color swatches that she has are disgusting.
They're garish.
They're like neon and ugly. I'm
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
you're not learning anything.
no,
here.
no, no.
I don't know who you all are talking
That's
about.
okay.
But
That's okay.
Yeah. No, it's okay. We're gonna figure out your color season too.
Yeah, brown. You look great in brown.
You look great in
Cream,
brown.
I love. Thank you. I love
think,
black.
I
too.
think that you would be an autumn. Is my guess.
Thank you. Yes, I think I would be an autumn. I love autumn colors.
What does that mean? Be an autumn.
Yeah, autumn is like a lot of like earthy tones, like the stuff that you like the creams and the browns, and like hunter green.
Yes.
Stuff like
Is
that.
would
Hunter
olive
green.
green count in that too? Maybe.
Yeah,
Oh, I love it. This is great.
that
news.
that's
Beautiful.
an autumn. And then
That
Ryan.
green.
Everyone at home, everyone look at Ryan. I'm looking at you in the screen. Maybe it's spring? No. I think you're a summer.
Yeah.
Now that's what I call a gorgeous boy. That's a gorgeous boy.
Yeah, the camera
Very
loves
nice
these
smile.
guys.
Beautiful. Beautiful smile.
Beautiful.
Yeah, I
Beautiful.
have so much dye and all these buckets to dye things in. So if you ever want to
Really?
dye something,
I do. Just for the experiment of it all.
it's a lot of fun.
Through death, you give it new life.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Gorgeous. Well, Erin, thank you so much for being here on the greatest conversation ever, and I think it was.
Thanks
Great.
to you. Thanks
Oh, yeah.
to you.
Yeah.
This is truly the easiest podcast to say yes to.
Yeah.
Go hang out with cool, funny people for an hour.
It's an honor to have you.
Thank you for bringing your comedy and your creativity and your lovely personality. Is there anything you'd like to share with our audience before you leave? You'd like to promote anything or plug anything?
I have a podcast called Hey Riddle Riddle that you can find wherever you get podcasts. Ryan is a frequent guest on the
So
show.
fun, so
Yes.
funny.
And also
And a little bit intriguing.
a little bit,
riddle-wise.
yeah, sort of a little good brain exercise.
Yeah, it's a
More than
brain
little
teaser.
bit, right? Let's be
Yeah,
honest.
yeah.
More than a little bit.
Oh, I would say just a little bit.
Technically, I've
Okay.
never
Oh,
solved a single riddle.
It's And then I also host a show here in Los Angeles called Quality Time that is a real variety show. Like there's comedy and
Amazing.
music, but there's also like this past month we had someone give a presentation on California ants. And we have had death doulas on the show before, and sex therapists and Irish bands. Like we really try to bring in people that you wouldn't ordinarily see in a show in Los Angeles.
I
Cool.
love that, folks. You gotta check the show out unless you're crazy.
What are you, nuts?
And
Yeah,
I'm,
what are you,
I'm
nuts?
I literally every month I go. I learned so much and it's so fun. We had someone come in and teach us how to make a charcuterie board, and then we got to eat the charcuterie board.
That's nice.
Pretty cool.
That's
That
really
is cool.
great.
So check us out on Instagram.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Thank you so much for
Payam,
having me.
what do you think? Anything you want to say or do before we leave? What should we do?
What do you mean? In general?
No, I don't
Well, folks, what I will do is thank you all for listening. And also, please keep listening and join our community.
Yeah.
Join our community of fun and love.
Yeah, that's nice. Thanks, everybody.